So guys, this is the next question. In this question, we are given a set A, and the set A is 4, 6, 8 up till 98, meaning all the even integers between 2 and 100. Okay. And from there, the question says that we have created a set X such that we have reduced 50 from each element of A. Okay. Similarly, we have created a set Y in which we have multiplied 1.5 in each element of A. Okay. And similarly, we have created a set Z in which we have divided each element of A by -4, right? And now we have to tell what is the standard deviation. Okay. Let's assume that the standard deviation for this is equals to sigma, meaning originally the standard deviation is sigma, right? Now we know that if we reduce 50 from each element of A, what will be the new standard deviation? The new standard deviation will still be sigma. I hope this is clear. There should be no problem. And why is this? This is because we know that irrespective of whether we multiply or add, irrespective of whether we add or subtract, the standard deviation remains the same, right? So even if we add anything to all of these elements or subtract anything, the standard deviation will remain the same. So initially it was sigma, so right now also it remains sigma, right? So this is for set X, right? Now for set Y, we multiply 1.5 in each element of A. That means the standard deviation will also be multiplied by 1.5, right? So the new standard deviation becomes 1.5 sigma, right? And this is for which set? This is for Y. Okay. Now in set Z, we divide each element by -4, right? So the standard deviation will become, now we know, I've told you that if I multiply by a negative sign, there is no change in standard deviation, right? So you can think of this as minus. So one part is minus, one part is 4. So firstly you are multiplying by -1 and then you are dividing by +4, right? So basically you can think this as multiply by -1 and then divide by 4, right? So if you multiply by -1, there is no difference in the standard deviation. If you add, if you subtract, and if you reverse the sign, which means you make it negative, there is no difference, right? If you multiply, there is a difference, the standard deviation also gets multiplied. And if you divide, the standard deviation also gets divided, right? So this doesn't make any difference in case of -1, right? Now we divide this by 4. So initially the standard deviation was sigma. So the new standard deviation will become sigma divided by 4. So this is the case for the set Z. I hope this is clear, right? Now we have to tell the ordering in descending order. Means the greatest one will be first. Which is the greatest one over here? Obviously 1.5 sigma is greater than sigma, and the smallest one is sigma by 4, right? This should be clear, right? So 1.5 sigma is Y, then it is sigma, which is X, then sigma by 4, which is Z. So your answer will be YXZ. YXZ. So the answer is the fourth option. I hope this should be clear.